Should we start off with injury updates for the squad? Where are we, especially with Musa, Dyer, and Palmer, if not the general health of the squad as a whole?
Yeah. So Matty Wanacott is having an X-ray Monday. That's his 6-week review checkup. So he's coming along great. Ed Palmer has fractured his eye socket. Saw a specialist on Monday. He doesn't need an operation, which is good. We believe it will take 10 to 12 weeks to heal fully, but hopefully he'll be available to play before then. So the actual time scale of that one, Patrick, I'm not 100% sure on, but he has fractured his eye socket and he doesn't need an operation. So it's bad news, but good news that he doesn't need the op. Jordan Dyer is full training today. So he's progressed massively well over the past 10 days, 2 weeks. He's done his max sprint for his hamstring, and he's looking good. I think Saturday would be too early, purely because he hasn't had enough minutes. But that's obviously very, very positive news. And Omar is 50-50 at best. Maybe a bit early for him. Hopefully he can push through, but we'll see. But Omar's isn't serious, and hopefully be training next week.
Yes, they received the news that defender Matt Carson has received a call-up to the Northern Ireland Under 21 squad.
It's great. It's great and made up for him. He's such... Do you know what? He came in at the start of the year and obviously we knew about him, but he exceeded our expectations. He's become probably one of our key performers, to be honest, so far this season. As you know, been rewarded with an extended contract. And now he's rewarded with a call-up for his country at under 21 level. I think it's great for Torquay. First and foremost, it's great for Matty. Thrilled for him and his family, and we're all very proud of him, and he should be proud of himself as well. So I think it's fantastic news.
A blank weekend for the team last weekend. Can you elaborate on training and your preparations for Saturday's match?
Yeah. So after the St Albans game, a few of the boys who had played lots and lots of minutes needed a little rest. We obviously needed boys to get some minutes as well. So Devon Bowl, which was fantastic. Their attitude was great in that. I have to say the under-18s on that night were brilliant as well, as they were a week later in the FA Youth Cup. I thought they were great. We trained... so we've had a normal week this week. So Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. The boys had Saturday and Sunday off. So yeah, that's where we are. Training's gone well. You've got the injury update, and we're looking forward to the game on Saturday.
With a blank weekend, is there anything extra that you've been telling the squad? Obviously, with that little break, any new information in regards to how to prepare for Saturday's game? No,
I think it's just you hear me say it a lot. Drip feeding the way we want them to play again. Just constant. Little and often. Shape and patterns of play, and the way we want to play. And truth be told, have we played that way for 90 minutes yet this season? Probably not. We've had spells where we've been very, very good, and spells where we can be much, much better. That's football. We're a new group. We're not getting to know each other. That's why we know each other now. But it takes time for it to gel the way you want it to. At the minute, I think we've had a good start to the season. The boys are in a good place. It gave them a chance to see their families and go home for a little bit. So all in all, it's been a positive. So straight to Saturday, back to work against Hampton and Richmond. Yeah, looking forward to it. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm a football manager. The players are footballers. We want to play games. Don't want weekends off. It's not perfect. Fans don't want it either. It's for me, Saturday afternoons are all about playing football or watching football or going to the football. That's what it is. So we know I've watched Hampton a couple of times this season. They're energetic, they're pacey, they play a good brand of football. So look, it's boring, isn't it? But it's to say we're gonna have to be good to go there and get a result. So, which is what we'll try and do.
Great, thanks, Paul.
Paul, how frustrating is it? I mean, this is just the one game, isn't it? And almost very nearly 4 weeks with the Maidstone game being off.
Yeah, listen, you can look at it two ways, right? You can sit there and say, yeah, it is frustrating, which it is, and you can get, I wish we had a game. We ain't got one. And many, people can say, and I'll say it before anyone else does, because someone will say it. It's our fault we're out the cup anyway. So it's, you can't sit there and go, oh, we haven't got a game for 2 weeks. It's a chance to work on things. It's a chance for injuries to get better. It's a chance for us to constantly keep working on the training ground. It's a chance for me to evaluate the squad. Possibly there might be a couple of incomings, a couple of outgoings. That's the revolving door of football, and it's got to a stage where I'm pretty clear in my mind where I want to go squad-wise and where I want to add a player or two. It's been well documented. Do we lack a little bit of pace? Yeah, probably. Do we lack a bit of creativity? Yeah, probably. But what I will say is, when people say about creative players and this, we're number one in the league for crosses from the 18-yard box down, which takes some doing. So we are creating. We've got loads to improve on, and that 2 week I think is an exciting time. You could easily sit there and go, oh God, I've got to go Sainsbury's or Dunelm on this. I won't be doing that. I'll be going and watching the game, and I'll be working non-stop with the players, and the players will be working non-stop. So in answer to your question, it is frustrating. Can't do anything about it.
You've hinted at a couple of incomings. Then, how close are you to those?
I'm not. I'm joking. It's constant. It's constant. Always highlighting players that I feel can improve the squad, and it's what the two areas I've just mentioned. Then, we need improvement in that areas. Sorry. So, as always, my phone's always. I'm always on my phone, always inquiring about players, and the recruitment list is long, and and sometimes you don't get your first option or your second or your third, and it's again, I repeat myself quite a bit. It's just they're dropping into place, Sometimes at their parent club, I don't know, this weekend someone might get injured, and then all of a sudden they're back in the squad, and the dynamics change all the time. But we're constantly looking, and don't be surprised if a couple do come in over the next fortnight. That's no promises, but we're actively looking all the time for constant improvement, as every club is.
Brilliant. Thank you, Paul.
Paul, can I just go back to Matty Carson?
Yeah.
Young players come in to a National South team from a team almost at the top of the league. It's a big step down for them. Can go either way. Can you tell from the reaction and how they work what kind of player they are, what kind of a thought process they have?
So if I'm speaking about Matty Carson as an individual, he's from day dot, he puts everything into every session we do.
Because it can be disappointing for a player to have to step down like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So he's come from a Premier League under 21 side to National League South. But what I loved about him straight off the bat was he embraced it straight away. Yeah. He came in on not a particularly great contract, and he came in to prove himself, and he did it. And I think it's great, and he's got there really. Yes, he's talented, of course he is, because he's been at that level. You know how to play football if you're playing for a Premier League under 21 side. So his technical ability was there anyway. But I loved about it, he's a tough little player. He don't shirk any challenges. He's robust. What I like about him, what he's done really, really well is it's the first time he would have played 9 consecutive league games in a physical, tough league, and he's adapted to it really, really well. Really well. He's very young. That's why and he's done great. That's why we tied him up to a contract extension. And I'm thrilled for him that he's been selected to represent his country at under 21 level. And I think he deserves it. He's been great. He's a really refreshing. He's a Duracell bunny really. And when he plays, he's up and down. It surprised me how not reliant. That's the wrong word, but. I think it surprised me how well he's adapted to it. you know, because there is, as you quite rightly say, there's always that little getting used to new environments and getting used to and getting over the disappointment as well. You're quite right, but he's just his mindset's great.
And he wouldn't have been on the end of tackles like he has been playing for Torquay.
No, I don't think so. No, but like I said, he's robust. You know, he's a tough lad. Gets up, bounces back, and he's very important to what we want to do.
Great, thanks.
Without first team games, the young players have been flying the flag. You mentioned Buckland and Truro games. Some quite eye-catching performances there. What impressed you most about the lads in those two games?
I thought their confidence, especially in the Buckland game. I think the 4 first team boys' attitude, I have to say, was first class, because it's not always easy to play in those games. They were great, and I thought the young boys were very, very confident. They were pretty fearless. Very enjoyable game to watch. And when it comes to the penalty shootout, they were all, not one of them shirked it. So I think that's great. And Buckland were at full strength as well. So I think the last 25, 30 minutes, I think there was 4 or 5 16-year-olds playing. Ollie Tomlinson obviously played the full 90 minutes, but Jenkins, Davis, Crosby and Collins had come off. And they saw the game out really, and the disappointment of conceding the goal in the last few minutes. And then they bounced back and won the penalty shootout. I really enjoyed the night. And, you know, as you said, it was a couple of good performances. And then in the FA Youth Cup, I thought they were dominant, really. And even when they went down to 10 men, I thought they were dominant. So congratulations to Willsey and Robbie for that. And, yeah, there's 1 or 2 players that have definitely made me take notice of them.
Good. And Hampton Richmond, obviously one of their star players when we were up there last year was Ben Seymour. He must be looking forward to getting back and having a go at them.
Him and Drea obviously were both at Hampton, weren't they, last year? I think it's always, I think players always look forward to going back to their old clubs. I don't think they've got a point to prove it. I think it's just you want to do well against a team you've played for before, and I'm sure they've got lots of friends there, and hopefully they'll catch up with them after the game, and hopefully we're in good spirits after the game.
Thinking about Saturday, it sounds as though we're going to be a little bit light at the back with Palmer being out and Dyer not quite back yet. How do you see that? Are you likely to stick with the same formation, or what are your thoughts?
Well, without giving too much, I mean, we have got Ollie Tomlinson, Dean Moxey, Finn Crass can play centre back. So you're quite right that, you know, Palmer and Dyer missing makes us a little bit light there, but we've still got good options. So we'll train tonight and train tomorrow and see where we are. I haven't finalised the team in my head yet, but yeah, I mean, I don't, you know, there's not too much wrong. I don't think we need to change too much. You know, there's areas for us to improve. Of course, there is. There's areas for Man City to improve as well. You know, you know, we just keep working hard, and we're really looking forward to the game on Saturday. It feels, a fortnight feels a long time in football when you haven't played. So it's yeah, we're chomping at the bit to get back playing.
Just curious. I mean, I went a long way to get a football fix on Saturday. What was your Saturday afternoon?
I watched Yeovil v Aldershot.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So, not too far.
One of your old clubs.
Yes, I had a season at Yeovil. Yeah. So, but yeah, it was you know, it was entertaining. It's good to. Where did you go for your fix?
Carlisle.
Did you? Wow.
Bit of fun.
Yeah. Well, fair play. That's a football addict.
It was a long week. It was a long weekend. I did other stuff as well.
No, I can't compete with that one. No, but yeah, I did watch a game.